All right, let's dive in. Today we're looking at the Freestyle Trampoline Association, the FTA. They're doing some really cool stuff to help athletes improve all different kinds of action sports, skateboarding,
go boarding.
you name it. They're using trampoline training.
And what's crazy is their methods can be used for any action sport.
It doesn't matter if the tricks have different names.
Exactly. The FTA is focused on teaching that works at a subconscious level.
Oh, wow. Like you just do it.
Yeah, you ever just nail something without even thinking?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
That's your subconscious, and the FTA has figured out how to tap into that.
So who's behind all this? Who came up with this?
Well, one of the co-founders is Greg Rowe, and get this, his background is in kinesiology.
Kinesiology.
Most coaches use verbal cues, right? Like they explain stuff, break it down onto steps.
Makes sense.
And they're speaking to the neocortex. That's the conscious part of your brain.
Okay.
But Greg, with his kinesiology background, he targets the subconscious.
So it's a deeper level of learning.
Yeah, much more intuitive.
How does he do that?
So he developed this technique called mazes.
Mazes.
Yeah, like mazes. Now, Greg isn't training pigeons.
Like B.F. Skinner.
Yeah, exactly. But he is using that same principle of shaping behavior through the environment.
Okay, so we've got kinesiology, mazes. How does it all fit together?
Picture this. Greg makes these mazes in his gym.
Okay.
He uses mats, blocks, even stuffed animals.
What? Stuffed animal.
Yeah, it might sound strange, but it works. Instead of telling you how to do a backflip, Greg's mazes actually make your body learn the motion.
So I'm picturing some kind of obstacle course.
Yeah, kind of. Like, let's say you're trying to learn a backflip on a BMX.
Okay.
Greg might set up a maze with ramps that gradually get higher.
And you have to pump over them.
Exactly. And each time you have to adjust your body position.
And by the end, you're doing a backflip.
Without even thinking about it.
So you're basically tricking your body into learning.
Yeah, it's like setting up an obstacle course, but the obstacles are teaching you the moves.
I like it.
Instead of just telling you to jump higher, the maze makes you jump higher to clear a bar. Your body figures it out on its own.
So it's way more fun than just drilling the same move over and over again?
Oh yeah, for sure. And that's actually one of the biggest benefits.
Oh, really?
It creates a super positive learning environment.
Okay.
You know how frustrating it can be when a coach is just yelling instructions at you?
Yeah, I've been there.
With Greg's mazes, you're the one figuring it out.
So it builds confidence.
Exactly. And it also makes you a safer athlete.
Because you're not just following orders.
You're actually understanding what you're doing.
That's a really good point.
It really helps athletes develop that sense of independence.
Which is so important in action sports.
You're constantly pushing your limits, trying new things. You need to be able to rely on yourself.
Absolutely. So the FTA's maze method is all about using the subconscious to learn athletic skills.
And having fun while you're doing it.
And it's super effective. It's like a shortcut to mastering these complex movements.
It is pretty mind-blowing. Makes you think, doesn't it? What if we could design mazes for all kinds of learning?
That's a pretty fascinating question. What do you think? How could you use mazes to reach your goals? Something to think about. Thanks for diving in with us today.